Hello! I have lots to say in what seems like very little time, and I don't know what time I have to leave, but I have to go to school soon, and I also have to eat my breakfast. I'm drinking green juice with a straw from a mug. If that doesn't, like, sum up where I am, then I don't know. This video is going to be about something that I just feel that I urgently have to talk about. I'll just get into it. Okay, so I started reading a book, and I finished the book. I finished the book last night, but before I finished the book, like just as I was reading it, I just kept having so many epiphanies and revelations, and I just felt so connected, and I felt a strong sense of self-worth, and I feel that this book is worth talking about, so that is what I am here to do. And not just talk about the book, but I'm here to talk about my own life experiences, and I just hope that I am able to give you guys some advice, and you guys like it, and that it's helpful. That is what I have to say. So, this book is called What If This Is Heaven by Anita Moorjani, and it's insane. I picked this book because, I mean, yeah, the title is insane. What if this is heaven? Like, this earth that we live on, what if this is heaven? What if we're already in heaven? And I am not the most religious person, so I was also very drawn by that. I was intrigued. Sometimes you read a book title and you just are intrigued and you just need to know what is inside of the book. And the universe brought this book to me, and I agree with that. What if this is heaven? And it says, how our cultural myths prevent us from experiencing heaven on earth. So as I was reading this book, I was filling up a notebook with notes and thoughts and ideas. Some notes that I was just taking from the book that I was like, wow, that's really cool, and I would write that down. Or some things I would like read from the book, and then it would spark my own ideas. I would get creativity and insight from the book, and so I would write down my own ideas. And this notebook, it's very small, but it's almost full. And that's insane, because this book isn't very big. I just think that's really cool that this book sparked so much, like, knowledge and insight within me, and that I was able to resonate with it so well. So, just to preface, Anita Moorjani, she wrote a book before this, and the book before this is called Dying to Be Me, and I have not read that book, but she mentions that book a lot, and she talks about a lot in this book, like what she went through and why she wrote that book and what that book is about. And that book is about her true life experience, that she had stage 4 cancer, and she overcame it through the law of attraction and through loving herself. Mostly through loving herself. And if that doesn't say something, I don't know what does. If that doesn't say something about how important loving yourself can be. I don't know, man. Anyway, so that's what her first book was about, and the second book talks about that, but it talks about the power of loving yourself, and it talks about her experience of her near-death experience and what it felt like for her, and she experienced dying, and then she came back to life, and what she experienced was the divinity of all. She experienced a connection with everything. This I cannot even put into words. She was even struggling to put it into her own words. I'll try to find it in the book. She says that she was in the other realm, and in this other realm, all that she felt for everybody was pure love and compassion and empathy and happiness. And primarily love, unconditional love, she speaks of so much, towards everybody. Because, gosh, I have so much to say. Even towards those who had wronged her. Even to those people who we all deem as awful because they have done terrible things, like people who abuse others or murder others. Undeniably, those are not great acts. However, when you're in the other realm, after you die, she was experiencing pure love to all of these people. She just wanted these people to feel loved and happy because it's what they deserve. And people commit these acts of crime as a last resort. People don't typically want to hurt other people. We are humans and we are built to love. That is why we are here on this planet, and that is what Anita Moorjani explains and uncovers, and it is so important to consider. Just love is so powerful. It's so much more powerful than you think. So in this other realm, Anita Moorjani, she experiences pure connection and pure oneness with all. Because on Earth, as humans, it is our physical body that limits us. But that's why we were put on this Earth as humans. We chose to be put onto this Earth as a human because we wanted to experience this life. We wanted to feel contained. So that's the difference between the other realm and this. The main difference that our physical bodies are what limit us. However, in the other realm, we do not have our physical bodies. Therefore, we are connected through oneness. We are whole. We are each other. We are the universe. We are divinity. We are pure consciousness. We are unconditional love. So where I'm going with this is, before I read this book, I already believed and I already knew, I had the understanding that we are all connected, we are all the universe, it's all good, woo, that's so cool. But then after reading this book, I was like, oh, we're really all connected. Everything. When I give love to myself, I'm giving love to other people. When I give love to other people in the right way, if it's actual, pure, unconditional love, then I'm giving love to myself. If I spread hatred to one person, I am spreading hatred to myself. If I am wishing negativity on someone, I'm wishing that negativity and hatred on myself. And that's just how life works. And it's because we're all connected. Anyway, so because we are pure divinity, pure consciousness, what I get from that is that we are all gods and goddesses, and we have to embrace that. And we are so powerful. We are capable of anything. And I already, I know that for a fact. But reading this book just really made me feel powerful, and it's really cool. And anyway, so I just wanted to say that what I got from this book is that we are pure divinity. We are gods and goddesses. We are pure love. We are that force, that incredible force. But we decided to come onto this planet as humans. We decided that we wanted to experience a human life with a physical body and a physical form. And Anita Moorjani, she talks about this in her book, that we choose what gender we want to be on this planet. We choose what human life we want to live on this planet. And that is interesting to me. And she was even saying that we choose whether we want to be male or female, or even if we are transgender, then we choose to live that life. We choose to be born into that life. And now, of course, a lot of people maybe think, or if you're struggling, you might be like, why would I choose this life? I'm so miserable and unhappy. But it's because these unfortunate circumstances are what will help you grow. And you knew that as the pure, higher, conscious being. You knew that this is what you want to experience, these negative events and circumstances, so that you can feel unconditional love and connection. You knew that this is what it will take for you to grow. And I think that's really cool, I've got to say. That we chose what life events we want to experience, which means that all of the life events that we are experiencing, the negative ones, the positive ones, whatever, we are able to overcome them because we chose them. Like, in the higher realm, consciousness, dimension, whatever you want to call it. I just think that's really cool. So, this book just really enlightened me, and I recommend that you read this book. But what's so interesting is that she talks about, even if she had died, she knew that she would be at peace because she knows now and understands what the other realm is like. And she understands that we are pure consciousness and that we are connected. And that is really cool. But just reading this book, I felt like I had that experience. And this wasn't even her first book. This wasn't even the book where she talks about all of that. So I am definitely excited to read her first book. But this book, I recommend so very much. It is so good. Absolutely fantastic. And I recommend it. I think that the biggest thing that I learned from this book is that self-love is so important, because through loving yourself, you are able to love the other people around you. A lot of people have a lot of fears and anxieties that they aren't doing well enough, or that people don't love them, or that they're alone, or etc., or that they're being judged, or whatever the case is. These are all valid fears. I am not saying that they are invalid. But through loving yourself and spending time on yourself and caring for yourself, that is what will make your relationships with other people grow stronger. Because when you love yourself, you know how to properly love other people. When you love yourself, you are happy. And when you are happy, you will attract happier people. I just have so much to say. This book was just really it, and I really recommend that you read it. And it just really showed me how important it is to love myself, and I'm definitely working on that, and that is so good and wonderful, because through loving yourself, you will achieve ultimate success. If you don't love yourself, if you focus on other people before yourself, that isn't good, because you will forget about yourself and your own happiness will diminish, and you will forget what true happiness is like. But because we're all connected, if you love yourself first, you will in turn be loving other people, because yourself is the most important person out of all the people. Like, you know yourself better than anybody else will ever know yourself. Even though we are all connected, we're all entirely different, because we all have different ways of thinking about things and viewing things. But the most important thing for all of us is that we love ourselves first before we go off into life doing whatever we want to do. Just loving yourself is so important, and I recommend it so much. And I have so much more to say, but I'm going to end this video now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Again, if I haven't said it enough, I recommend this book very much. I'm actually going to be making a video about the books that have changed my life. They are worth reading. This book will probably be on there. Which is wild, because this isn't the type of book that I think everybody would understand. Not that it's like difficult or complex or... No, it's super easy to read. It's just there's so much to think about in this book. That's why I took so many notes as I was reading it, and that's why it took me a while to read it, because there's just so much, but I really recommend it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. I thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and that life is treating you well. Thank you. I love you all, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. You should love yourself. You should put yourself first. That is what I am. That is the main take that I want you to get from this video. You should put yourself first and realize that you can overcome anything, any obstacle that you may be facing, because you are in control of your life, and you can overcome anything that comes into your life. I love you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.